Hello everyone, I'm Belle, this is Charlie, and today it's time for another book review. Today I'm going to talk about one of my favorite authors, Holly Black, and her first book, which was published in 2002. It's called Tithe, A Modern Tale of Faerie, and it's about a 16-year-old girl named Kay. She's half Japanese, she has blonde hair, and lives with her mother Ellen in Philadelphia. Her mother Ellen plays in a rock band called Stepping Racers, and Kay hasn't been going to school for the last couple of years. Instead, she's delivering Chinese food to make sure that her family has some kind of income. One night, after Kay's mother have been playing a gig, something bad happens, and Kay's mother decides that she has to leave her boyfriend, and because of that, Kay and Ellen moves to Kay's grandmother, who lives outside of Philadelphia. Kay grew up at this place, at her grandmother's, and while living there she had 3 fairy friends. People thought that these fairy friends were just Kay's imagination, so yeah, the other kids thought she was a little bit odd. Either way, Kay still had at least one friend called Janet, and they're still friends, so she hangs out with Janet now when she moved back to her grandmother. Kay also hangs out with Janet's older brother Courtney, and this is the setting where the story takes place. One night, when Kay walks home from a party, which Janet and her friends had, she hears something in a forest, and she decides to go check it out. In the forest, Kay finds a guy. He has long pale hair and a very angular face. He's hurt and he's bleeding. So Kay decides that she will help him. And while she helps him, she finds out that he's a fairy. And not only that, he's a fairy knight called Reuben. And after this, 2 of Kay's old fairy friends shows up, and I know them, and they don't like Reuben. I'm not going to tell you why. You have to read the book to figure that one out. But yeah, after this, Kay finds herself in a mess between 2 fairy courts, one dark and one light, which in other words is one unseelie and one seelie. That's everything I'm going to tell you about the story. This is the first book in Holly Black's series, Modern Tale of Faerie. The second one is called Valiant, and it's about an other girl, so you don't have to read Tithe to be able to read Valiant. But I recommend you to read both Tithe and Valiant to read the third book, Ironside. It continues on Kay's story, but there are also characters from Valiant in this book, so that's why you should have read both. So that's why you should have read both before you start reading Ironside. I love this book. It's dark and exciting. It takes place in a modern setting. It has fairies and magic, and they also had this like dark, messy love stories, and I like messy love stories, especially if they're in a fantasy setting. So yeah, of course it's a book I love. It is also the kind of book when you have gotten into it, you can't stop reading it because it's so exciting. You have to know what happened next. But oh my god, what happened to her now? And how's it gonna go with him? And yeah, you'll see. When you read it, you'll see. When it comes to Holly Black, her writing is very good. She has a way to put magic in her descriptions, which I really, really like. And the story has a nice flow to it. She has interesting characters, and also the dialogues are very, very good. Holly Black's English is a little bit difficult sometimes. She uses words that at least I'm not always familiar with, which might be because my first language is in English, as I think I've told you earlier. But hey, it's still a really, really good book. And yeah, that's all I got to say about this one. If you like fairies and urban fantasies and a little bit difficult and messy love stories, you should definitely read it. Next time, I'm gonna do a book review on Carson White's book, Paranormalcy. And if there's anything you want me to read and do a review on, please tell me in the comments. And I'll see you next time.